Oh my. So I'm sorry for getting this video out late. I was sick the day like ever since I was watching it. So I did rewatch it, get a little recap. Stranger Things. Oh my god. Um a lot of it I took down deep off of the show. So episode 1, we've seen the first 5 minutes. I think we all have off the leak and also L training. She's gotten so much stronger. Her nose really wasn't bleeding. So, you know what? She's gotten super strong, right? So, that night, the crawl, which is where the military goes in to the upside down and starts looking for stuff, they, which is the kids and everybody else, they've got this plan set up. Hopper's gonna go in. You got um Dustin and Steve on for the signal, and a whole lot of other jobs, right? So Hopper goes in, and stuff goes terribly wrong. The Demogorgons are out for blood, right? So there's that, and Hopper gets trapped in the upside down. So we thought, okay, how are we gonna get him back? That's what everyone's thinking. And then something happens. Will is able to see through the Demogorgon's eyes. And he sees the Demogorgon going to the Wheelers. And then he's like, get them out of there to Nancy. So Elle and Nancy go over to the Wheelers. Mike and Lucas are going there as well. Dustin didn't go with Steve because he decides that, oh, they're gonna disrespect Eddie. So he put a snake in the locker and he got beat up at the graveyard terribly. So there's that. So instead of Dustin going, it was Jonathan. Jonathan and Steve have just been trying to show off for Nance. So there's that. Anyways, Demogorgon nearly kills the Wheeler parents and kidnaps Holly. And it was right before the Demogorgon got out of there just in time because Nance, she comes in with a shotgun, but it's too late. She sees Miss Wheeler on the floor. She tells Elle to go get her. So Elle jumps into the portal and ends up meeting up with Hopper back in episode 2. Right? So all that's happening, we see Holly at Mr. Whatsit's house. Now, Mr. Whatsit is the person getting behind all these attacks. And it's revealed that it's Henry. Not Vecna, but Henry. Henry has been showing up in all these kids' minds, and the next victim that we all knew about was Derek. Now, Derek Turnbow, their family is them and Hawkins, right? So they go to kidnap Derek and put him to sleep so then they can try to trap the Demogorgon and track where he goes. That works eventually, but but Derek wakes up, the Demogorgon goes to where they kidnapped him to, and Steve, Jonathan, Dustin, after he shows up, and Nance hop into the van and follow the Demogorgon into the upside down. And that's already crazy as it is. But then we get a little bit more to the story. So while Holly is trapped into the upside down, we see Max. And at first I was like, how is Max there? Everyone's asking that. And she goes to explain how she was alive and then nothing was there. And then she started seeing stuff, memories of Henry. And after she finally gets back to where she is, she hears the music. She follows it. She sees her memories of when Henry / Vecna first started trying to take her. And she nearly escapes. But if it weren't for her just holding her hand for like 30 seconds, she would have gotten out. So anyways, Vecna finds her and is trying to kill her. So Max just keeps on running until she gets into this cave. And Henry's terrified of this cave. He's not going to go in there, which leads to the big escape. We don't know what this escape is. We're probably going to get it in episode 6, which is escape from whatever it is. It's basically like a bat prison, which I also think the actor that plays Eddie is going to be in, because they said that he's going to return in volume 2, which that was heavy speculation. Like, what if he's like the bat god or something like that? I don't know, but that's just what I heard. So there is that. We don't know what the true escape is yet. Also, funny part in episode 4, because I just explained episodes 2 and 3. Jeez, I'm going by this quickly. They are trying to find a way how to protect all these kids. The government took all the kids around that age and put them away. I'll explain more about that later. Now, I think last time y'all saw me, I was just getting on to episode 4. So, what happens there is, Max, after she's running through Henry's mind, because that's what she's doing. She's not dead. She's all stuck in a big dream. And she's stuck in Henry's dream since that was the person who captured her, right? So Max is going through trying to get out, and she finally finds a way out, but she's too late. Because probably for her holding her hand for too damn long. If it weren't for that, then she probably would have escaped. But hey, I'm not her in that moment, so anyway, she's explaining all this to Holly, and then she's like, there's only 3 doors. You take your own life, you accept your fate, or you escape. And now since Holly's there, they can finally escape. Now, Max told Holly to go back to Mr. What's-It's house, and that's all there was to it. The couple and Nancy and Jonathan are in the Upside Down. They're about to break into the team. It's going to be Steve and Dustin and Jonathan and Nancy. Those are going to be the duos that are stuck in the Upside Down trying to escape from there as well, right? So there's that. Hopper and Elle, they break into the loft successfully. They see what's behind a power door that holds so much energy, and they thought it was Vecna. And I was like, it can't be Vecna, but I don't know what's there. Is it this huge thing that stops Elle's powers? Nope, it's 8. We still don't know how she even survived Vecna's mass killing, but I hope we're gonna find out in like episode 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, because that is still such a massive plot hole, So there's that, and then there's Robin, there's Will. I really like the connection that they have this season. Robin is like Will's, I don't know what word to describe him, but Robin's there to like make sure Will's like okay, you know. Will, we already know he's gay, and Robin, we all know she likes girls, and Will saw her kissing another girl. Now, she got the signs after she like gave him advice like, oh yeah, this and this and this. So after episode 3, where she saw, no, that was episode 4, I believe. Anyways, Robin saw Will give Mike a little like push. She immediately knew, so she's telling Will, stop being so damn scared. You know, a lot of us in real life could really need those words. I'm like, that's what I needed. I was like, damn, maybe I do need to stop being worried about shit. So there's that. You know, I didn't expect for Stranger Things to give me like actual like importance to something, you know? So I found that really assuring, like me knowing that everything's gonna be okay. There was a little scene about Robin liking Dick. You know, personally, I like Dick. No, not actually. I actually, never mind. And they finally end up to where they're supposed to be. And then I remember Mike, he was saying, I think this is the Dick. And I think it's hardened. And then, not Caleb, Lucas was saying, hey, if it is, I'll soften it. That whole scene was funny. Like, y'all don't even understand how much I laughed. But, yeah, there's that, I guess. So anyways, they start saving kids, but they get caught. And then as they're escorting them out, the Demogorgons come, and they looking like LeBron and D-Wade. I just want y'all to, like, visualize it, because I know it's, like, hard to, especially with me just talking. But I mean, like, the Demogorgon threw a soldier up. The other one just came down and boom, slammed him to the ground. Which was pretty dope. And then eventually after the Demogorgons kill every soldier, almost every soldier, Vecna comes out of the Upside Down. You know, he's throwing people this way, throwing people that way. He saw a soldier, like, crawling away. He smashes his fingers into his face. That was fucking disgusting. But, hey, he picks up Will, and then he's like, you showed me all of what I'm capable of, and you're just pointless. You're weak. You're nothing. Drops him, walks back into the Upside Down, and then the Demogorgon is about to kill Mike, right? And then Will, he has flashbacks to the time that he first met Mike, you know, over there in kindergarten on the swing set. I was like, you want to be friends? Yeah, he said. And they start hanging out more and more. And they build Castle Byers. And it shows Will drawing that rainbow rocket for Joyce. You know, all the things in that, I forgot what episode in season 2 it was. But when they were trying to get the mind flayer out, all those things brought back so much nostalgia. And then you just see Will, like, with his eyes rolled back all the way, you know? And then he senses another Demogorgon. He does it with his other hand, and then he does it with his head. And kills them like Vecna did to, like, Chrissy and those people. And then at the end, literally, the final thing is shows Will's eyes, like, falling back to where, like, they're supposed to be. It shows him, like, doing that. So all in all, great first 4 episodes. I can't wait for Christmas time because that's when I'm going stupid just watching it. Yeah, see y'all in the next one.